Hi everybody, and welcome to the 2021 Leo forecast. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We're glad you're here. My name is Sarah, and I post videos on intuitive astrology, tarot, and healing. So thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I know this has been a very trying year for you, but life will change in 2021, Leo. I promise you. This video is intended for Leo natives, that's sun, moon, and rising sign. This is intuitive astrology, and it is my take on this energy. And because of that, it may not resonate with everyone because there's thousands and thousands of Leos out there. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. Just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Today, we will be covering Leo's health, wealth, career, love, and travel sector. And if you would like to skip ahead to a particular area, there is a timestamp located below in the description box. Leo is known for their caring heart and flair for the dramatic. The planet that covers Leo is the sun, and its sense of vitality really seems to signify a connection with Leo, doesn't it? Leo is a fixed fire sign and rules the heart and the spine. Your ruling planet, as I said, is the sun itself, and you're likely to be very expressive, be very dramatic and creative. You're also likely to enjoy the warmth of the physical sun, maybe be a sun worshiper, and prefer warm climates to cold. You have great energy, courage, and honesty, and you're likely to be a very good friend or confidant to people. On the downside, you have a tendency to be obsessive, compulsive, self-indulgent, and overly dramatic. You expect to be the center of attention and often are. So because of that, you're used to getting your own way and you're used to getting attention. So when that doesn't work out, you can become perplexed and become stubborn or irritable. But as you grow into your energy, Leo, this becomes less and less. So you can take the same energy and use it to move towards your goals, become more determined that you're going to lead a healthy life, and move forward like that. All Leos possess a great integrity and are natural leaders. Leo people are very proud, and your challenge, of course, is to temper any arrogance with compassion and empathy. For most Leos, resources or security. You have to have money in the bank, you have to have a good running vehicle, you have to have a nice house to really feel safe and secure. And with the energy of 2020, that was rather difficult. Everything was up and down. But all in all, you had a pretty good year. I mean, it wasn't the best, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as horrific as it was for a lot of people. You went to work. Basically, you knuckled down and you concentrated on your career, but also you concentrated on caring for your loved ones and your friends. You made new connections in 2020, but you also cut ties with friends you've had for years, perhaps decades or even longer. And this wasn't done lightly, and it left you feeling kind of untethered for a while, but you soon recovered and are now beginning to see that these people really weren't your friends at all. And that also has its own weight too. You don't like people that deceive you or lie to you. Also is something that you're processing as we begin 2021. And because of that, you may feel kind of cynical. January will be pretty much the same as 2020. Just figure it's an extra month, okay, of 2020. And it's going to be another roller coaster of miracles and odd problems. We have a Mercury retrograde starting January the 30th and going until February the 20th. It will actually be well positioned, and it will give us a chance to kind of catch up, finish those projects that we've already started, and give us a little bit of time to breathe and maybe process all that happened in 2020. Our community will be having some issues with it too. Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter movement through February, and because of that, everything will change. For you particularly, it will change for the better. That brings us to your health forecast. So let me break this down. The key word for you in your health sector is stress. Also not a surprise. You know you've been working so much that you've kind of been neglecting your health. Well, May and June look to be very stressful months for you in 2020, and it's mainly due to work again. And once again, while the money is there, is it really worth it? Are you neglecting your health? Are you neglecting your relationships? Is the money worth it? And if it is, then okay, do what you can to minimize the stress. And if it's not, then perhaps when we talk about your career sector, things will become clearer. Overall, it looks like, except for possibly burnouts and being overwhelmed, that this is going to be a very good year for you health-wise. Always be wary of falling, pulling muscles, and like I say, becoming burnt out or overwhelmed due to work. And you should work in more self-care to your routine as well. Too much alcohol, chain smoking, eating fatty foods or eating processed food is not healthy, and you know it. And with you working so much, you're not getting enough sleep or exercising like you have in the past, you can see also the extra pounds start to stack on. While you might reach for an extra cup of coffee and a sweet treat, it could also bring on acid reflux. Just be aware of that. Your health is definitely connected to your emotional state as well. Make exercise a priority. Cut down on the sweets and really get enough sleep, and you will feel so much better. The months of January, February, May, June, and November, definitely be aware of your stress levels and work to find a way to self-soothe yourself and calm down without turning to alcohol. Make sure that you have a safe outlet and really stop taking your health for granted. Like I say, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good year, don't get me wrong, but you can't continue at this pace forever without serious complications later on. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Think of it as preventative maintenance now. Start being proactive on your health now. So that brings us to your career sector, which is also one of the big themes for 2021 for you. The first couple of months of 2021, your professional life will really take a lot out of you because you're going to be working so much. And because of that, you're likely to be impatient, frustrated, and angry. And that will seep into all areas of your life, your relationships, your health, all of it. So it's really important to know your limits and know that this is another year of teamwork. Don't try and do everything alone. The 2021 overview for the year of the ox video really explains why teamwork is so important, and I'll link it up here and below. If you haven't seen it, check that out. So we begin 2021, January and February, with this overwhelming amount of work, which is good. But is it? By March, you finally get the recognition you deserve and things begin to settle down. But because you've been working so hard, you'll be presented with a promising job offer or a new contract. So what do? May and June, you can expect to be questioning your profession or career. Is this making you happy? Is it really worth all the hard work and all the hours that you're putting in? And only you know this, Leo. Only you. So this could lead to some consideration on whether changing jobs is the right option for you. And as I say, only you know, because ultimately, while money, of course, is a key factor for you, dear Leo, it's not the deciding factor. To be happy, you have to go with your heart. After your birthday, you begin a new, more laid-back cycle, and the creative juices begin to flow. Work becomes much more entertaining and rewarding for you. So you stay busy all year long. You are working. You are flourishing. But once again, watch the stress levels. Watch working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. You can't keep that up. And that leads us to your finances. Overall, more money will flow into your life in 2021. Woohoo! Just make sure it doesn't flow out just as quickly. Keep your spending in check. Saturn will aid your finances and will improve your relationship with money. And that's a big key, because we can make a lot of money, but if we don't have a healthy relationship with money, it will just flow out, or we will find ways to self-sabotage our budget. So those are going to be some issues that you work through in 2021 as well. Your intuition will see that you make good investments and transactions. Just trust your instincts, and if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. This isn't a year to lend money to other people, even though you're going to have some excess. You shouldn't be lending it. People that you've lent money to in the past who still haven't paid you should be able to return the money this year, but you may have to hound them and be firm to get it back. But better to get it back now than to wait till a time when maybe they don't have it. Overall, financially, it looks like you're going to make sound investments. As I say, if it seems too good to be true, probably isn't the right move for you. Also, the money will be coming in, so you can kind of relax and not be as stressed over that. As I said earlier in this video, for a Leo to feel secure, they need possessions and they need money. They need money in the bank and they need credit cards. They need those types of things to give them that sense of freedom that money gives you. When money doesn't flow into your life, it can really leave you feeling trapped, like you don't have any options. Those days are over. Those days are gone. Money is coming forward and you will have money. You just need to really not overindulge, and not overindulge because you are so tired too. You could probably justify buying a jet because you've been working so much, but do you really need one? No, of course not. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and that brings us to love forecast. 2021 will be a year of wonderful new connections and reunions with old friends from the past. This can bring about good times and a lot of changes in your romantic sector. Let's begin with single Leo natives. February looks like a month when you could meet someone very interesting. And it may not immediately go anywhere because February is not the best month for you. It's not horrible, but you're starting to just kind of climb out of 2020. It's possible that you meet somebody interesting and maybe you start talking online, but things don't really go anywhere until like March. And then voila, they steal your heart. And it's smooth sailing till about June, when they could be ready to take the relationship to another level and you're just not there. You may question the relationship as well as the meaning of a permanent commitment. So I'm not saying that marriage is impossible, but it's not likely until after November. But that's okay. Date, have fun, meet people, and explore your options. There are many interesting people coming into your life, so take advantage of that. And don't worry about being alone or lonely. Those days are also over. For married or partnered Leos, the big question is, have you been ignoring your partner? Have you just been so focused on work that you are ignoring your partner and ignoring their needs? Have you stopped communicating, and are you taking each other for granted? Those are going to be issues that come up in 2021 because you will be working quite a bit, just like you did in 2020. If you want to preserve the relationship, you're going to have to make time to nurture it. But that's not the only issue you're going to face in 2021. Married Leos, a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on May 26 and a solar eclipse in Gemini in June the 10th emphasize the need to shake things up. So if you're in a relationship that hasn't been doing well for some time, you may see things really come to the surface or explode during this time. All eclipses begin a new cycle and they all bring radical change, and these are no exception. You can expect them to highlight your relationship sector and more than likely what's wrong with your relationships. It's time to heal it, or it's time to let the situation go. It's likely that this will be a pivotal time for you. October will also be a very important time for your relationship. There will be people coming into your life as well, and perhaps you could form a deep bond with someone and consider why you are so attracted to this person. What is missing from your relationship? So yes, there will be a temptation to stray there. But if your relationship is going well, it'll be just momentarily. If it's not going well, then really ask yourself, is it worth jeopardizing what you have? If things have been going good, then they should continue on. It's just a small bump. But like I say, if things have been turbulent for the last year, then this could signal it's maybe time to end things. But you have the possibility of ending it on a friendship note without hurting anyone's feelings and with everybody getting along. So I don't see a big dramatic flare-up. October will definitely be a pivotal month though in all your relationships. So that brings us to travel. Will you be traveling in 2021? Well, yes and no. I see some small trips, weekend trips, small visits, but overall big travel isn't favored till after your birthday or even at the end of the year. We're still going to have restrictions in place through most of 2021 and on. Travel will come back, but it will be very different. You won't be traveling because you're not going to have time with all the work until, like I say, about after your birthday. Then I think you should definitely book something to reward yourself for all this hard work. Don't break the bank doing it, no, but do take your family or take your friends out and treat yourself to a nice week on the beach or in some nice place that will reinvigorate you. Towards the end of the year, yeah, I can see you making a big trip. Just as I said, don't break the bank in doing it. 2021 sees you making more changes to your friendships again, and this is likely due to deception. You have a big forgiving heart, Leo, and you usually forgive people quite easily and give them third, fourth, and fifth chances, except when they lie to you or they cheat you. You will not put up with that. So the months to be wary of are April, June, and December for friends that aren't really friends, showing their true colors. Overall, it looks like 2021 is going to be a very good year for you, much better than 2020. And just think of January as just being an extra month in 2020. Things will get better. February is going to be a great month. March will be a good month. April, probably. August, September will be some of the best months of the year for you. Also, you'll end 2021 on a good note too. So, I mean, it looks like if you can manage your stress, not work yourself to death, literally, and make time for your family and your relationships, then yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great year for you. If you haven't already, please be sure and subscribe. And you can also get more information at our Patreon channel. And I'll put that up here too and in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you found this little mini reading helpful. I will be doing monthly card pulls for the signs in 2021. So be sure and subscribe. You don't want to miss those. Take care and I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.